Hi, everybody. Welcome to About This Aging Thing. This is your host, Sabrina. Y'all know me. How's everybody doing? Happy Labor Day weekend. I know everybody has plans and y'all probably won't even see the show till later, but we are going to do our show anyway because it's the first Sunday of the month. And what does that mean? We are talking about sex because black don't crack, but what about sex, health, interest, and truth?
Have you started drinking already?
Not yet.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers. Happy holidays. I know some people are barbecuing and having a good time. We're going to get out there too, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get out there.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So let's welcome Mistress Angela back. It's been a while. We're missing her. I've been doing all these things by myself on the show, and I'm so glad to have her back. At the first of the month, y'all know I can't talk sometimes, so don't act like I don't know. And y'all know this is organic. We don't take double takes. It is what it is. You get what you see. All right, so today we are drinking, it's called Bold Red Blend.
Ooh, I like bold.
I don't remember the name of the company, but that's what we're doing.
Cheers.
In our goblets. Yes, our red wine goblets. Tastes better when you drink it in the right glass. So listen, so we were talking about, Mistress Angela and I, we're talking about having fun after 50. And after 60, y'all know how old I am. So, and thereafter 70, 80, we talking about everybody over 50 to the end, right? To 100, whatever that is for you. And we were talking about how there's some other generations that we're not going to get into right today, but we are going to have a whole forum on it. Don't think that we should be having fun after 50. Some people don't think you should be having fun after 40. Some people think you should be in a rocking chair. Some people think, they say that we're different grandparents. I'm not a grandparent yet, but I'm just saying, Angie's not either.
Well, I'm a bonus grandparent.
But we have friends that are grandparents. Mm-hmm. Right. That's true. Me too.
Yeah,
I didn't think about that. I am somewhat of a grandparent. Mm-hmm. I do have a bonus son, and he has 2 children, and they are my grandparents. They call me Brima. But,
oh, mine call me Sunshine.
Of course they do.
Of course they do.
Poor children. So anyway, we were talking about how there's a lot going on out there in social media about so like the battle of the generations, and so we're gonna delve into that another day. But today we're gonna really focus on how to have fun after 50. What are the things that we could still be doing? And some people our age agree with this too. They agree that we shouldn't be having fun. They agree that the ones who are still trying to have fun are tripping or having midlife crisis or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I disagree. We just spent last Saturday with a huge 60 plus people who mostly were 50 plus. There were a few younger people there, but mostly 50 plus. And they were so energetic and having so much fun. Absolutely. And I was telling Angie that that's the group of people I like to hang out with, the ones that are living life and just having fun. And today I started watching, I might say the name of it wrong. It just started today on Netflix. Something about turning 100, living to 100.
I haven't seen it yet.
I just started it. It's not even finished, but and they talk about the people that there's 5 zones in the world where people are living past 100 and living really well. Mm-hmm. And they said that the common denominator amongst those 5 zones are those people don't focus on dying the way we do in America. They focus on living. Yes. And they were playing games and dancing and at 101. And they say that, a lot of that has to do with their longevity. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're going to get into it.
Yes.
So Mistress Angela, y'all know I never know what she's going to say.
I don't either.
And I never know what she's going to do. So we're going to turn it over to her. And she's going to share some exciting things. Now, I can see what she's brought, but y'all, we're going to share some exciting things about things that we can do, things that we can use, and why and how and all that good stuff. And staying sexy.
Yes.
For the 50 plus tribe. Mistress Angela, so you got it.
Okay, so I'm so excited to be back again. I love what you've been doing, the segments you've been talking about.
Oh, thank you.
Because there's some real life stuff that you're diving into with your guests as well as your solo conversations. So sex, right? Mm-hmm. Talking about having fun. Sex is the way to have fun, right? So I get a lot, and I'm thinking about what you just said about you're too old to do certain things, right? You're too old to, why do you have vibrators in your ears. Why do you wear a two-piece? You can't do that because you're over 50. And
that's a good one.
Yeah, I never buy into those conversations. They make me laugh, honestly, but I realize that is a tough place to be sometimes until you know who you are, right? So starting off with, at this point in life, when you get in your 40s, 50s, and 60s, and even some younger, other generations, you've experienced a lot in life, right? And I think when you go through those trials and tribulations, you realize how precious life is, and enjoying life matters more. Would you agree with that?
I agree.
I agree. So one of the areas that we really don't talk about is sex, as we've been talking about for the last few months, is sex. And sex can relieve a lot, as we've talked about, relieve stress. And it can be fun, especially if you have a partner. If you're solo, it's one of those ways that you can relax and release without release all the stress and all that kind of stuff. So how do you make sex fun? When we have so many responsibilities, we put it to the back burner, and we just think it's going to happen, and we get into this automatic routine of sex. Well, you brush your teeth, come to bed, and we're going to get it in for a second, and then we go to sleep. Or, no, I don't feel like it, and it goes back to that conversation about holiday sex that we talk about from time to time.
Don't bring that up.
I know, that's a sore subject, I understand.
I'm still traumatized.
Woosah. But how do you really do that if you're not really comfortable with your sexuality? How do you get comfortable with your sexuality, which is what I was thinking about today. And it's hard for people to have conversations, which is why we do this. But some things that you can do is think about what you really like. Like what turns you on, what arouses you. One of my favorite shows on Netflix we're talking about is Ballers.
Oh yeah.
One of my crushes, one of my Hollywood crushes.
Don't say the wrong thing, because that's my boo.
Okay, well, LL is your boo too, but you guys.
Don't tell my business.
Okay. Anyway, LL is your boo, but I saw him the other day. He was like scrumptious, and he said hey to me, and I was like, okay.
Did he ask about me?
No, he didn't. It was just about me and him.
Wow. Okay.
But I told him you said what's up though. I did. So anyway, it's having fun with that, right? What arouses you? What brings you joy in your life? With your partners or with yourself, sex should be a part of that. If you have gotten to a space in your partner, in your relationship where you are having holiday sex, how do you get that back? How do you get the mojo back? How do you bring some excitement back into the bedroom?
Right.
One way is take it out of the bedroom.
Oh.
Think about when you first connected with this person that you're with and all the things that you did. We won't go years back. We'll just go a couple months back. Or last time you had fun. Have you laughed when you had sex? Have you had an orgasm and laughed? I mean, real talk. Not, and just because it was such a fun experience, all you could do was laugh. It's like, wow, right? Getting out of the bedroom and thinking it's only one way that sex happens is the first step, right? And sex starts before you get into the bedroom.
That's right. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, one of the things is, playing, if you can, if you have the space or capacity, is sending some little messages through the day. Maybe make a play date with your partner. And really make it a play date. Make it fun. Leave all the house stuff out. Leave the kids out. Leave work stuff out. You guys just agree on a time and say, hey, let's have some fun, some one-on-one time.
Right.
And these things I'm talking about, you can do for yourself as well. Because we ignore ourselves until we pass out. That's when we go to bed.
Right.
So maybe creating that space of that one-on-one time. Maybe start with an hour. Especially if you guys are getting into it or something, just have an hour. And do something totally random. Maybe do a hand massage. Just get connected, right? And touch the person and see, like, oh my God, your hands are tight. Is that what that feels like? And then if they you guys massage each other for a few minutes, and you can realize how much tension you have in your body. It's like, wow, I didn't know you was that tense. We can talk about it later. Right now, we're going to do this part. Right. So just getting connected with touch. Oils. I see some oils. Sometimes you have oils, right?
That's our business.
Okay. Well, we use oil for moisturizing too.
I'm just playing.
Okay. So take a shower, right? Or moisturize each other.
Right.
We know that usually the opposite sex, we're talking about the masculine energy, don't always moisturize their body. Now, I don't personally want somebody that has some feet that's scratching my skin. So maybe make it fun and maybe moisturize.
You're right.
Right. Make it fun.
Especially if they're notorious for being like that.
Yeah.
He's like, baby, let me see your feet for a minute.
If that's not sexy to you, like, okay, you know what?
But then some people don't want to touch your feet.
Right. So maybe send them to get a pedicure if it's in the budget, or if it's not to go to a regular spot and go to one of the schools and get their nails done. Right. There are ways around the budget issues as well.
Right.
Something that if you look at your partners, like, man, we've changed over years, and we all have gained weight, right? And it's like, I'm not quite attracted the same way. Make it fun. You know what I mean? So make it a game. If I have a tummy. So, hold my tummy. If we get in from the back, I'm going into the sex mode. Get in from the back, hold that tummy, or whatever. Make light of it, right?
Grab on my handles.
Right,
Yeah.
grab my handles and
hold on for the ride.
That part, right? That's that part.
I'm sorry.
But you gotta laugh, right? You gotta bring laughter back into your sexuality.
Right.
I'm a big believer in toys. And anything can be a toy. We have grapes on set. Maybe your person can feed you.
That's always
good.
really intimate. They're good, right? I know.
Oh, these are good. Okay,
that's where I got them from.
Feed each other, run a bath water or start the shower for somebody.
That's
Show
nice.
those ways of connection before you even get into the intimate, the sexual act, the physical sexual act.
Right.
Connect with that person. We're so disconnected in so many ways and in our head about so many things, especially us as women.
Right.
Because we're fighting against everything, it seems. We're fighting almost the same fight as our masculine counterparts, but even more so a lot of times. So we're in our head and we're in a defense mode. So to be able to soften up and be a girl. Whenever I'm with someone, they know I want to be a girl.
There you go.
Yeah, I want to be a girl. I don't want to be in charge. If I need to be in charge, then we can do that once or twice. But we flip it. You flip the situation around. If you like to be in charge, maybe get this little fun thing I have. Whoa! Go to an adult store.
I'm so pure innocent for this, but I'll try to.
Oh, so you don't know what this is?
What is that? I've never seen that before.
Oh, it's like a little tap.
Let me touch it. Let me touch it.
Oh,
it's kind of
This is not personal. This is what I use for demonstrations.
It's
not my personal stuff.
It's kind of suede, leatherish.
Yeah.
That's nice. I like the colors, of course.
So when you go into a toy store, or if you look online, right? Because there are places you can go online and buy things if you're too shy. Just see what sparks your interest. Like, ooh, I like that. That's cute. I want to try that. When you're doing things like this, it's not about abusing someone, right? It's not about the abusive thing. It's about, sensations. You don't even have to do this. And when you do it the right way, it's not something that hurts someone. It kind of just brings up a sensation.
Right.
I'm using you as my sample. Just bringing this, slightly over somebody like this. That rouses the sensations, right?
You know what else does that really well? I love that. A silk scarf.
Yes. And they have multiple uses too.
I didn't want to go all there, but
yes. I can't.
Yes.
Yeah. Sometimes today I decided to do some cleavage today, right? Again, we're in the older club. People think you shouldn't have cleavage, but I was blessed with the body that I have, and I'm not going to hide it when I don't feel like I need to because of the area that I'm in.
Right.
So dress sexy for yourself. Then dress if you have a partner, you want to do something sexy for them. Then dress sexy. I got cleavage. So what?
So this is the thing we were talking about a little bit. We were talking about how some generations. I get it. Like you see your mom dress sexy, you're like, Mom, you're embarrassing me, because for some reason we don't look at our parents like human beings. And like I always tell my daughter, I was a woman before I was your mother. I taught her that since she was little, so I think that she gets it. But a lot of people don't think it's sexy, and I think when we get past needing to please other people, it won't matter. That's the word for the day.
That's facts. That's facts.
But that's what it is, right? Like a lot of people want to do certain things, but they don't because they're so afraid of what society says, what their friends are gonna think. I know some people who really don't care, and they just get out there and they just do what they want to do, and I respect it. And sometimes, to be honest, sometimes I get into a like, remember I said this to you before, Angela, I don't know if I respect that or if I'm like, why are you doing that? But I've come to a point where if that's what you want to do, that's on. As long as you're not hurting anybody,
absolutely.
Then do what you want to do.
Absolutely. I think it's part of normalizing that conversation. So as women, especially when they have kids, that female part of you is put to the back burner. When you become parents, and not just as parents, but in many different ways that we show up in society, you put that on the back burner. And like you said, told your daughter, I was a woman before I was your mother. So normalizing that conversation helps, right? I say that to my kids different ways. Like, I'm going out and have a good time. Like, what are you doing going out? It's a Monday night. Because I can. Okay? As long as you guys are safe, you're in a space, you're fed, you're whatever, I'm going to go have a good time because I need to relieve my stress. Right? And they start to understand that. And then...
You're human.
Right, that I'm human. I'm not this superhero that we want to that we typically try to portray to younger generations, right? That I have fun. I go out and I do things and I enjoy life.
Right.
You know, they know that I'm involved in a lot of different things. Like I like to do. I think a couple weeks ago I did a belly dancing class, and I was like, I'm so excited! I can sword dance now, right? And they were like, "What? You too old for that?" Like, no, I'm not. Let me show you.
Let's pause right there.
Let me show you.
Why don't you stand up, Ange? Why don't you stand up and show
me
the
show my
audience what you got on there? You didn't see the whole outfit, y'all. Y'all see the outfit? Can y'all see that? Did y'all see it? Did y'all see it? One more time.
They
They
see
see it. Ah, jingle, jingle, yes.
So, I put this on today because
You want
this
to.
is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have to. I'm not in a corporate meeting today. I don't need to present myself in a certain way because of whatever my work obligations are. This is fun, and we're talking about owning who you are. And today I felt like putting on my little shakers. I couldn't find the one I wanted.
love it though. I love how you can switch because she will run a board meeting.
I will switch.
Now they saw her, they was like, but I don't know. It may not because she keeps it real at work, but she lets us know who she is. But she don't go to work like that. But
No.
the
But I
switch
go to work
is
happy.
real. The switch is real.
But I do go to work with my tambourine sometimes, right?
Yeah.
So, it's a
That's
great
the cheer
way.
the whole team.
Yeah, it brings joy. And people say, why do you carry a tambourine? You that old lady with the tambourine. I'm like, one, I'm not old.
First of all,
That's
what?
one. But why do you carry that? I get that question all the time.
Why do you carry? They ask you why you carry a tambourine. That's because a lot of people don't have the courage to do what they want to do.
Absolutely.
And they're projecting that onto you.
Absolutely. So you have to decipher through.
Because why do you care? But go ahead.
I don't care. But I answer them.
I'm saying not why you care. Why do they, I'm saying why do they care?
Because they
why
get confused. But then it's like they're like, oh, okay. I say it makes me happy. It brings me joy. It makes people smile. So cool. I like music, so fun stuff. But then I also get the other side of the group. Like, oh my God, I have a tambourine. I was at an event not too long ago, and I had my tambourine. And she said, oh my God, I have one in my purse. And I was like, why is it in your purse?
Take it out.
She said, because it was a little embarrassed, I think, right? But it makes it okay for people to be who they are.
Yeah, I'm a hypocrite, kind of, sort of, not really, because I used to be that person that you know me a long time. I used to be that person, very shy, and shy comes from a whole nother set of trauma. We'll talk about that another day. But I'm not that anymore. But I had to work toward it, nothing bothering me.
Absolutely.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
And just because I don't carry a tambourine, that's not me. But I love that you do. It's you.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need to emulate that, and I don't need to push against that. I just need to let it be what it is.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you brought up a good point. Shyness. People have a lot of shyness when it comes to sexuality because they're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I should know what I'm doing. And real talk, who's taught you? I mean, you only have one or two places to go as your partner, or maybe pornography or magazines or what you hear from friends, but that doesn't create your own experience.
Right.
How do you get out of that shyness? Like maybe I'm shy because I'm feeling insecure about my body. Do you own your body?
Right.
If you don't like what your body is doing for you, then you have the option to change it.
That's right.
You can work out. Our coach talks about get it in and get in there. It's about your health,
Don't bring
right?
her up. She's crazy.
I love her though.
Don't bring up the coach.
I love our coach. By the way, coach, if you're watching, I was outside doing bear calls, but I didn't have anybody to take pictures. So
I did bear crawls on the beach.
Yeah. Oh my God! Cheers.
I'm not trying to outdo you. I'm just saying. Just made me remember. I need my credit, coach. And this wine is no calories and.
Oh, thank God! Right.
I just made that up. Go ahead.
But it's about that shyness. So how do you get that secureness to come to your partner and say, hey, I want to try this, right? So I brought some things, as you said.
Yeah, show us. Line it up.
One time, one thing I love is costumes. Masks are amazing. Like going to the store, Halloween is coming up.
Oh, yay.
Go to the store, Halloween store, and buy some costumes. Like, how sexy is it to have a mask on when you're doing things? Or, be Wonder Woman or be a nurse. Or...
Can I say something about you and your...
Yes.
So she really does wear costumes, and she's the one who made me aware of, I'm going to say it wrong.
Dragon Con.
You knew what I was talking about.
I knew what she was talking about.
And for years, she asked me to go, and I'm like, that's not me. I'm not doing that. And the first time I went, oh my God, I had so much fun. And it's so much fun to watch adults have fun.
Yes.
Just pure
yes.
fun. Nobody cared. And you went as, don't tell me, I'm trying to remember them.
Many different.
You went a Storm.
I did go a Storm.
Yes.
You're right.
And we were on the train, and people were trying to get her autograph. They were trying to talk to her. They were like, are you a Storm?
Yeah.
Are you her security? Yes, I am. I think I had an all black.
That's
But I want you to know she does practice what she preaches. Because it just taught me a lot about letting it go and having fun.
Absolutely.
And not worrying about what people think so much.
You know how guys started with Dragon Con was doing makeup years ago, right?
Oh,
because they do have the serious side where you do the stuff for movies and that type of thing. But it's a lot of fun,
right,
to dress up and just enjoy yourself. So costumes, the masks are huge. We go to masquerade parties. Dress up like you're going to a masquerade party, but be with your partner.
But you don't have to wait for a masquerade party. Is your point?
Absolutely, absolutely. Just
do it because you
store.
want to.
Absolutely,
because you can.
Surprise yourself. Surprise your partner, and I don't know.
That would tickle your partner to come in and you got a mask on.
Oh, you have some little. Hold on, let me put my little ears on.
Cute.
Put my little ears
Look,
on.
while she's
I
doing
have a little kitty thing.
That's so cute.
And you have a little tail.
Little kitty cat. Oh,
meow meow. Okay.
Okay. All right. So basically, just put a costume on when you feel like it. Don't wait for Halloween. Don't wait for Dragon Con. Don't wait for, what's the thing in February you go to?
What do I go to?
In New Orleans?
Oh, Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras. See?
Yeah, Mardi Gras. That's fun too.
You can tell which one of us goes the most, right? Yeah. But I wanted to also share that when we went to that the event Saturday with all the beautiful Black middle-aged folks and having a good time. There were slides. We're on a boat, and there were slides on the boat. And this one brother, very tall, very masculine, very athletic. He's running somebody's company Monday through Friday.
Yes.
He got on the sliding board and slid into that lake. I took so many pictures of him because he was having a blast. And by the third time, I was like, you look like a kid out there. He goes, I feel like one. This is the best thing I've done for myself in a year. So he was so excited. And that's where we all want to get to.
Absolutely. So you have to practice it in steps.
Yeah.
If you're a workaholic, how do you break that up a little bit? Because a lot of us are workaholics because we have to be for financial reasons or it's just who we are.
It's ambitious.
We're ambitious, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But breaking that up and having that fun, don't forget to have fun. And if you have, then remind yourself of the things, the simple things. Maybe going for a walk in the park. And that can be sexy as well with your partner when you're outside with nature. Going to a pool. Going to the beach is a great thing. I know some people don't like the beach because of the sun and that type of thing, but finding what makes you, arouses you in life. Going to get some ice cream.
Arouses and relaxes.
Absolutely.
So you're not thinking about other stuff while you're in front of the person that you want to be with.
Or, if sports is your thing, figure out how to make a game day, right? Where if you and your partner have two different teams, y'all go against each other on the team watching the game and have wings and popcorn and just have a day inside. If you're more adventurous and you're having fun with your partner, but you want to kind of level it up, there are things you can do. I have game cards, right? So whenever I travel, I like to get something that's related to what I enjoy, which is sex. So these are some cards I got when I was in Greece of sex, ancient.
Keep it a little closer to the camera.
In ancient Greece, right?
There you go.
So you can see there's different things. So maybe pull a
positions.
card.
Ooh, and then you can do the position.
You can try to do the position, right? And it's fun just trying. So let me see. This was.
But it's made like it's Egyptian.
Yeah. Well, no, this is Greek mythology, right?
Okay.
But I do have some that's like that.
Sure.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about that.
That's why I have my glasses, so I was like,
okay. But if it's something you can't do, but then talk about it. Like this one right here is a threesome. Like if you want to try to have a conversation about a threesome, just pull a card out of the deck and talk about it, right? So you see that? And talk about like, wow, I don't know if I ever thought about that. Or how's she doing that? Open up that dialogue. And it doesn't always have to be about what somebody is not doing. Because usually when there's an issue we attack each other, right? But doing it in a safe way where we're talking about a car, like, well, no, I don't think I ever do that, or most men typically want a threesome, but it was with 2 women versus 2 men and a woman.
Oh yeah, they're not having that.
Yeah, it has to be a really open person.
I had a flashback. And I will say, these are playing cards.
These are spades with cards.
Imagine drinking, playing. I'm sorry.
Yes, keep
I don't
going.
want to promote drinking, but imagine that playing spades, and that's a conversation right there. Yeah,
right.
That's
So if you win a hand, then maybe you get to try a position. I don't know, or the dice. We roll dice. If you roll a 7 or whatever it is, play those games with each other, right? Connect for, Monopoly. I don't know, whatever your thing is. Make it some type of reward where it's going to be fun. Maybe if I win, I get to spray whipped cream all over you. I don't have to eat it off, because I don't like whipped cream like that. But I get to do something fun, or we get to have a water gun fight.
Yeah, I love it all.
Yeah.
It's about having fun.
Absolutely. So fun is the key.
And it's about the connections you were talking about.
Absolutely.
Before you even get to the sex, you got to make connections.
Absolutely.
The sex will be much better.
Absolutely.
You only got 1 deck of them cards?
I have another deck at home if you want.
Let me just borrow
these. You want to borrow these for a second? Just slide them over for a second.
Just see them for a minute.
Just hold that for a
I need a new deck for some
A's game. There you go. That's
this weekend. Labor Day. Oh, sorry.
I'll be working.
Well, not this weekend, but it's Sunday, so. You're not going to work on Monday. You better not. Okay, go ahead.
I'm going to try to rest.
It's Sunday.
I'm going to try to rest.
All right.
If there are things that you like sexually, and you know what you like, then have some things that you can demonstrate on, right? Like not in the act of having sex. Let's say if it's a man and he likes his penis to be touched a certain way, bring out a toy. I know this is a bottle opener. It's a wine opener. It's a multitask.
Most men would never use, but go ahead.
I'm talking about
a lot of men would use it though. A lot of men would use it. Let me fix that. Yeah, a lot.
Well, they have the booby ones too. Oh,
that's a butt. Never mind.
Okay.
Never mind.
So anyway, so
I just looked at that wrong. Go ahead.
If we talking and we want to talk about this.
How did you find that for another country?
Yeah.
I think this was going somewhere.
This is Jamaica, I think.
Really?
No, this was.
It looks like
no,
it's
this
like
is Greece.
India.
No, this was Greece.
I'm gonna say it looks like it's.
I got it when I got the cards because it has the little.
It's actually beautiful.
Very ornate.
As an artist, I can appreciate.
You can appreciate
the detail.
Right. So if you see if you're talking about it and can't talk about it with your own body parts, then use something else, right? A picture of TV. I'm just trying to help out just a little. I love it. Help out, but then you can multitask. If you bring this out in a game.
So you want a beer? Babe, you want a beer?
Here, hold on, just sit it on the table. That's going to open a conversation, right? They're like, wait a minute, what is that? Whole new level of conversation without the stress. That brings up the shyness, right?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
If you have a lollipops or whatever it is, or if, the boobs for a man, like, the boob lollipops or whatever, say, hey, I got you some in the container for you. And they go like, it makes them laugh, right?
They have ice cubes like that.
Yeah, so just thinking about anything, like you said, the silk scarf earlier. Sometimes a blindfold with someone you trust.
Oh,
but,
yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh, is that a memory, a flashback?
I didn't even remember to say. I'm not even trying to talk about it. You got the floor. Go ahead.
But we have so many good experiences. Let me say this. I won't put you on the spot. I've had so many good experiences because I connect with who I'm with. Right?
Yes.
Right? You have to connect, and it's a joyful experience. It's a stress relief, right? It shouldn't be stressful, and we make it stressful because we don't really normalize the conversation with each other. If you are a person that is not with a partner, right? Don't have a sexual partner right now, you can still do this with yourself. Like, go and see what makes you happy. Build your toy chest.
Why you look at me? I'm just playing.
You're the host, so I have to look at you. If you're at the store and you see something that's cute, like I can go into Target or to a store and I might see the things that the people talk about we shouldn't have on, like them booty shorts, right? And I'm like, oh, this is fun. I'm not gonna wear this in public, but this might be fun for after hours. I have lifeguard shorts. I'm not wearing that out. But if I chose to, but then sometimes actually I may use it over as a bathing suit cover, right? So it's how you use what you see and what you want to do and what you're comfortable with. Get comfortable with your body. If you are by yourself or even with someone, take a long, hard look in the mirror. Look at what you like. Do you like this? Do you like that? Oh, I don't like that. Maybe I need to work out. Or you know what? I'm okay with having big, large boobs, being endowed or whatever.
I think it's important that, and I'm gonna be a hypocrite again, but I think it's important that we try to focus on the good of our bodies and not what's wrong with our bodies all the time. I do the same thing. Sometimes I focus way too much on what I want to fix instead of what is good. So I've been really working hard to focus on the good parts of my body because I have some that I like.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I forget.
What's something you like about your body?
Well, my favorite part of my body from my neck down,
Okay.
not my face, would definitely be my breast.
Okay.
They're
That's
still at
They still
attention.
there?
But I knew they would be because I saw my mom's at 68. And I was like,
Okay.
dang, Mom, you don't even work out. How's that happening? And I was like, oh, that's going to be me. So I'm sorry. Way too much information. But yeah, that's probably the favorite part. And then the second favorite part is probably my butt. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's what's up. So you have to find something like you like.
Yeah.
And you know this because you thought about this before. This is not something
because I have to practice focusing on what's good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I have to practice, right? I'm not anybody different than anybody else. I have a certain level that I carry myself in, but I have to talk to myself. I have my days I'm like, oh, you know what? That doesn't look too good. Or maybe you shouldn't do that. But then I focus on something that I do enjoy, right? When I'm having my rough days, when I remember the things that I enjoy, like I like my curves. I like the shape of my body. Cool.
What's your favorite part? You put me on the spot.
What's my favorite part?
Oh, really? You think about that, huh?
No. Well, let me see. So in interaction,
1 and 2. What's your favorite first?
my breast. I think my breast.
1. That's your first.
Yeah, my thighs, my legs, because they're so strong.
Second.
Yeah, strong.
I'm trying to think. This might give you a nickname about your thighs.
Short thighs, something like that.
Oh, we know. Yeah. Never mind. Okay, so I'm sorry. I was gonna add to what you were saying. You see, you got me all off the side. I know someone who is very strategic in sending. When you were talking about connecting and doing things throughout the day, they're very strategic in sending like videos, pictures of the things they intend to do to their partner that evening.
That could be fun too.
So yeah, and by the time you get together,
you're so ready.
You're ready, and
Right.
but you better come through. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, I think you worked yourself up to a point that you're going to do something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You're going to do something.
But I think that's fun.
Yeah, especially if you need more arousal, right? And a lot of times as we get older, as women, we need a little bit more time to get to a certain space sometimes. And if you have that constant tease that
All day.
it gets in your head and you're like, because we thinkers all the time. It's like, oh my God, I can't wait till I get home. I'm rushing home. Nope, I can't work late tonight. No, sir.
That's right.
No, sir. No, I'm not going to that parent meeting. No, I'm not. Right? So, no, ladies, I can't come out tonight. I'm going to stay home. So knowing those things help a lot.
And when you make a date, stick to it. Don't let, like you just said, don't let work make you change your mind and have to call your partner and say, oh, I'm not going to make it. And if it's planned with yourself, if you're taking yourself out to dinner and you're going to do something nice for yourself, don't change your plans.
Yes. And if it's been such a rough day, right, you guys can allot, or both of you guys have really crazy schedules, allot 60 seconds at the beginning when you first connect to get it all out. Say, oh my God, this has been crazy. I'm really stressed out, or whatever it is. But don't go over that time, because when we add more time, we go down a rabbit hole, and then we just ruin the whole mood, right? So it's 60 seconds at the beginning if you need that space, and then you guys commit to having fun, or you commit to having fun for yourself. Like you said, sticking to that time. Yeah.
Something that I used to do, well, not I, but we used to do when my husband was alive, was we had 10 minutes when we got home to decompress. 10 minutes of everybody go there in their corners. And then 10 minutes of you can talk about work. Whatever you need to get it out, get it out. And then after that, the rest of the evening was for family.
Yeah.
Or whatever we plan
Whatever
to
you're
do.
doing. Creative space just popped in my head. I thought about what you just said. Like when you do that decompression time and then come back and maybe cooking together. Or doing some type of project together where it's not intense, but cooking can be fun. One person is chopping up something, somebody else is doing this.
You're the sous chef.
Yeah. So that kind of stuff is fun. And if you're solo, cook a little risque.
And the other thing is we take turns cooking, so the other person would know that they have more time to do something fun for themselves because the other one was cooking.
And usually what happens when you do that, while they're doing something fun for themselves, they're also going to think about you in the process. So it's a win-win.
I'll just be glad it wasn't my night. I'm like, oh, I can go read a book. I can go get in this tub for 30 minutes.
But I hope that helps some. And there's so many different things, right? I know we've talked about physical limitations, but it's just really about connecting and having fun. And I think at any age you can have fun. I think owning your age allows you to have fun, if that makes sense. Like, I know I'm at this age. I may not be able to do what I used to do, or I do it in a modified way.
I was like, you do what you used to do, you just do it differently.
In a modified way, but I'm going to enjoy life having fun, because that's a huge stress relief. Have fun, enjoy it, and laugh a little bit. And as I say, orgasms relieve a lot of stress.
I want to. And it adds years to your life.
Yes, it does.
That's a scientific fact.
It does.
I wanted to share something real quick about. I was watching old footage with Michelle Obama and Oprah yesterday, and Michelle Obama was talking about, at the time she was 56. That's how I'll show you how old it was, because I think she's almost 60 now. But anyway, she was saying how she can't do what she did when she was 36. She can do what she did when she was 36. She can't do it like she did it at 36. And she was saying how women always interest her in the way that we always want to go back and like, I used to be able to fit this. I can still fit my prom dress. She's like, but why would you want to? Like, you're growing, you're getting older, you're filling out differently. She goes, that's like a 20, and this really got me when she said this. That's like a 20-year-old trying to get into their 10-year-old overalls.
Wow.
And I was like, that makes so much sense. She's like, just let all that go. Don't let yourself go, because she's a health nut in a great way. So don't let yourself go, but let the thought process go that you're supposed to be looking like you looked when you were in high school at 50 years old. You know what I mean? That doesn't even make any sense. And I've never wanted to look like I was 20. I just want to look my best at 60. I just want to look my best at where I'm at right now. I don't need anybody to say, oh, you look great for that age. I don't need anybody to say that to me. I just want to look great and feel great and stay healthy where I'm at right now. I don't need to go back.
Absolutely. I want to be my best self today. And that's why we don't often talk about age, because people usually put you in a box when you talk about your age. But then we also have to talk about it because people don't realize the wisdom and the length of time and what the knowledge that we have. Yeah.
And that's what Oprah was saying to her. She was like, you just keep dropping that 56 like it's nothing. Because she kept saying, I'm 56. And Oprah was like, oh my God. And she was like, but why not? This is who I am right now.
Right.
And she goes, and a lot of us aren't here to say I'm 56.
That part.
So I'm going to scream it to the rooftops because I'm still here. And she's like, you and Barack look so happy. She goes, you know why we're happy? Because we're healthy.
Yes.
We're both healthy. We're both active. And that's all we need. And I was like, dang, Michelle, why you got to make me get up and work out?
That part.
Today.
And taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
Because health is the critical piece.
That was right. That's true. And health has everything to do with your sexuality, too.
Absolutely.
Like you were saying, if you don't feel comfortable with how you look, do something about it. And it's never too late to do something about it.
Regardless of where you are.
Yeah, some people think you can't lose weight after a certain age. That's not true. Or you just got to figure out what your body responds to.
Right. If you're on certain meds, well, this is just who I am. Yes, take your meds and do what you have to do, but then there's also how you live your life while you're in that space, right? If a doctor comes and says you have this, this, and this, how are you going to choose to live your life?
Right.
Am I going to just give up and eat bonbons every day?
Right.
I might do that for 2 days because I'm in a space. But then I'm going to come back out of it. You have to come back out of it and live your best.
Right.
Yeah, so I think that's all I got.
Mistress Angela, you're fantastic.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, that was, look, we got all serious, y'all.
I know.
We're getting our voices are going down.
Hold on, let me just keep y'all serious.
I don't think we really laughed that much. No, I'm just playing. Look, let me just see that real quick. So, y'all, when she first pulled it up, she pulled it up like this to me. So I thought it was a butt. Look, but it's not a butt. I don't know. YouTube might get canceled today.
Oh,
it looks like Steve Harvey. We're going to get canceled. Steve Harvey's like, I'm messing up my money. What's that? You didn't show that.
Oh, this is my little, so for my women, if you're trying to talk about things with your partner.
Ask?
You asked.
I know I shouldn't have asked. Go ahead.
So it's a little,
The JJ?
Yeah, a little JJ, vagina. We're going to call it by its real name. But like if you're talking to your partner, you really can't describe where you like things to touch.
That's smart.
Then you can do that, right? Yeah, that's all it is. Just a little string.
The last thing I want to say is, when you're with somebody for a long time and they know your body, but what they don't know is your body has changed.
Absolutely.
And that what you might need now is not what you needed when y'all met in college.
Yes.
So You got to talk about that and make sure they know it's not about them. It's just about your hormonal changes, your physical changes. Because a lot of people don't understand, especially men, they don't understand the hormonal changes that we go through. They take it personal when they can no longer satisfy us. But it's up to us to communicate. Yes. Excuse me, y'all. To communicate to them, oh, it's not you. My body has changed, and this is what I need now.
Yes.
So I just want to.
And you have to really you have to be bold in yourself and knowing what you want and being able to speak up for yourself. Mm-hmm. My body goes through changes, right? Mm-hmm. Oral sex is one of my favorite things, and there was a partner that they had a certain way that they got used to my body, mm-hmm. and that was the way they performed it. And all of a sudden, it was like, get back! I can't mm-hmm. do that. So I was like, we can't do that way. You know, afterwards or beforehand, before we got together again, the space that I'm in right now, I needed a different stroke. I need a different thing, right? Mm-hmm. And just speaking in the way that my body is changing. And they got it. And I was like, yes, A+ for the next time, right? But then also having that conversation with them, because different things happen with your with men and their penis, right? Mm-hmm. So just being able to have a conversation.
And being patient with them too.
Absolutely. Because meds make a big difference. And I say meds when I speak about men more often because they typically are on high blood pressure a lot more
than we are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it affects us differently when we are
Absolutely.
on it.
Absolutely.
I get that.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mistress Angela.
You're welcome.
And I wanted to say that if you have a hard time talking about it,
that's what I do.
Yeah, Mistress Angela, she can help. She can give you guys couple counseling or one-on-one for you to give you some scripts to say. Mm-hmm. You tell her the scenario, and she could tell you, let's try saying this.
That's what I do with my intimacy care, the urgent care with intimacy. If it's a crisis that you have coming up, and people say crisis, I'm like, yeah, crisis happens in sexuality. If triggers come up, call me. If it's just I'm stuck, I don't know what to do, and I really want this to go well, call me.
How should they reach you?
You have the Wifey Life Tribe. You have the website, the Wifey Life, social media, Instagram, Facebook. Number you can call 404 text 404-545-0237. Text and say I need help.
911, Mistress Angela.
I need help.
Wow, y'all, she gave her number out.
I did.
Only text messages. She won't answer numbers she doesn't know. And make sure it's a genuine.
Yeah.
And it's not free. Just want to let you know that. But she'll talk to you about all that.
Yeah, we talk about all that.
I won't get in your business.
But thank you for that, because I often forget that.
You're welcome, because I forget it too. So please like, share, and comment on our YouTube page that I hope you're watching now. We are going to start sharing our videos on the other platforms after it airs on YouTube, so we can get more people to look at it, because a lot of people don't go to YouTube, but a lot of people do. So we're going to keep our show on YouTube, and we love it on YouTube. We love YouTube. YouTube, we love you. But we're going to make sure we get a little bit more exposure on the other platforms. We're getting some really great feedback since I started putting the other videos on the other platforms. It's been great. So we appreciate you. Enjoy your holiday. Don't drink and drive. Be responsible in your fun. Let loose a little bit. And feel free to DM me on Instagram at About This Aging Thing. Or message me on Facebook at About This Aging Thing and let me know what you did this weekend. Anything exciting. It'll be great. And don't forget, do not let aging dictate the way you get older. Because aging is what happens to us, but how we get older is up to us. Have a great holiday. Love you.